in honor of the Mets and Royals series opening tonight. Anthony McCarron, I know you were covering that World Series. The Mets lost in 5 games, but what if Jeurys Familia didn't blow the save in Game 1? Would there be a difference? Oh, absolutely, Nikki. Just like in 2000, if Timo Perez had run, the Mets would have won that World Series too over the Yankees, and they would have won in 2015 had Familia closed the door on the Royals in that Game 1. Look, the Mets had been pitching great going into that World Series. Their starting pitching had a 2.16 ERA in the NLCS, whitewashing of the Cubs, and I think they would have carried that through with a nice Game 1 win, and I think they would have been world champs, guys.
It's that easy, isn't it?
It is that easy.
That easy.
Yeah, Anthony Berbari really feels strongly
Look,
about it.
I would love to see it play out, right? Because it would be interesting. But the Royals, let's not forget, were the best team in the American League all season long. They won 95 games. They were in the World Series the year before, 2 consecutive pennants for them. And by the way, the Mets could not hit their pitching. I looked this up earlier today.
Oh, details.
53 innings in the World Series. Only in one of them did the Mets score more than 2 runs in an inning. They just were not putting up crooked innings, crooked numbers in that World Series against either the starting staff, which was not a world-beating starting staff, or the bullpen, which is one of the best we've seen in modern history. So I just don't think the Mets would have hit enough regardless to win the World Series.
Anthony's battling it out.
I don't think anyone was stopping the Royals that year. There are teams that are on a mission and they lose the previous year. They're going to win the next year. Think about it like the Heat or the Spurs in recent memory in basketball. You knew they were winning the following year after heartbreak. The Royals were winning, so I don't think Game 1 changes anything.
Absolutely. They were the better team. I'm sorry. I apologize. They were the better team.
Both of you convinced me.